Realise the full potential of your soil with Liquid Good. The combination of humic and fulvic acids promotes healthy and natural soils, resulting in healthier and more nutritious food. Applications of Liquid Good makes nutrients in the soil bioavailable to your plants, so they thrive, avoiding dependence upon chemical fertilizers. It's safe and easy to use. Liquid Good, micronutrients for plants.
And this one we're going to put in a little place that's got a bit of a focus, just in under the cedar tree, move it into place, and hopefully there'll be lots of activity around here. If you want, you could put it on a couple of little pieces of concrete, so have somewhere for the geckos and skinks to get under and sun themselves. But I think it's a nice wee feature for this shady little corner. It's the little creatures that we find in this magic underworld that we want to care for and help establish and keep things going beautifully. Well, I've grabbed another piece of our firewood. We're making a very specialist one, and that's for that wonderful insect, unique to New Zealand, the weta. Now, long before mammals outside of seals came to New Zealand, the weta was the little creature that went through caves, through trees, through the bush, doing all the clean-up jobs, cleaning up the bulk droppings, surplus seeds that were growing there that needed to be pulled up and eaten. They were a very important part of our environment. Then mice arrived, and the mice ended up chasing the wetas out and adopting their place in the environment. Wetas are unique and special creatures, so we need to look after them and provide them with their own little hotels. So a piece of wood like this, what I do is just cut it straight down with the chainsaw, and I've already got a piece that I've done that too. Grabbed it, sliced it off, and we've made our start of our weta hotel. As we go in here, I've made a series of little rooms for our wetas. Down below we've got the single person's quarters where one weta or two wetas can go into, and if you want the measurements, go to the Department of Conservation website. They've got a lot of information about the space that wetas and different creatures need to live into. These are about 100 millimetres long and at 25 millimetres wide. This one here, 50 by 100 approximately. And each one of these we've hollowed out. We just got our big drills, went down, and I'm lucky enough to have a renovator, and that did all the little bit of hollowing out. And then we've drilled a hole out the sides so the wetas can crawl up in here. And the weta comes in this hole. Don't drill a hole more than 18 millimetres wide, because that's, mice can get up anything bigger. Comes up the hole into their room of their hotel. You can see where my drill is following the hole through, passage of the weta, and imagine the silver drilled weta. This particular cavity can sleep up to 10 wetas. They pack themselves in like little sardines, top and tail, and it provides a wonderful refuge for them. But they don't like too much light, so we get our wire out again. Remember which way is up from your cut. Put this on and we'll wire it into place. The beauty of wire is that you can twist it and open it up to see. You can use cable ties to put round, but each time you want to open to see how your wetas are, you have to cut the cable tie. You can get reusable cable ties, but they're fairly hard to find, believe me. Clip it off, and then finally, to stop any rain getting down, because you've got to try and give it nice and dry, we've got a little piece of iron. We'll nail that onto the top of just the one piece, and there we have a weta hotel made out of a lump of firewood, and the wetas will love you and enjoy those wonderful creatures. Some people say, oh, they bite, I don't want them near me. They do give a little bit of a nip, but only when you've really, really annoyed them. They have so much character. They love to be studied, watched, and once you get to know them, you can stroke them, and they just about purr for you. Great pets. This little one, we're going to snuggle at the base of the tree here. Got an ideal spot, just push it into place, and we can still get access to have a look at what's going on inside it. The rain will run off its little roof, so it's got a grand wee spot. It's been a lovely afternoon in the shed, pottering around making my insect hotels. Here we have it, the whole 4 of them. The most simple, just a branch with a few holes drilled in it and the bark wired on. Then our one where we split down and made a wetter hotel out of a piece of the firewood. Nice little roof there to keep the wetters dry. And of course the commercially made, beautiful, wetter, upper class hotel. And then into the piece de resistance, our grand design, a full-on grand insect hotel with all the different things that any self-respecting insect would want to come and live in and spend the winter. They can have wining, dining, good sleep, good environment. Beautiful, isn't it? Once you've placed your insect motel into a beautiful little area, it can be a slightly rougher part of your garden because you get that whole environment where the insects and your new structures can work in. I hope you can have the opportunity to grab perhaps a little person and go out and build some of these wee structures and have a lovely time interrelating with the small creatures that really do the hard work in your garden. Award-winning farmer Peter Yalens leads the world in sustainable winemaking. Yalens wines are produced with a zero carbon footprint. It's world-class wine that doesn't cost the earth. Peter Yalens Wines, for the love of the land. Yalens Wines are proud to bring you this edition of New Zealand's favourite Heartland Garden Show, Garden Rambles with Michael Self.